Vanderbilt is ranked 36 out of 360 teams in tempo, and head coach Byington knew that going into this game, the team was going to try to slow them down. Well, I talked to Xavier Jordan going into the half, and he says he was not pleased with the tempo. Crazy to think about, but after tonight's game against Indiana State, there is only one more non-conference game left, and I'm sure that's wild to think about for you guys.
AC Escar was drafted by the Orioles in 2017. He was then released in 2022, where he started playing for an independent league team, and during that time, to survive, he was Uber driving and substitute teaching. But now he's on the verge of getting called up by the New York Yankees.
Vanderbilt is having their best start to the season since 2007. Now, while this is very exciting from the outside, when you look on the inside, you don't want to tell that to head coach Mark Byington, who says there hasn't been a team-defining moment yet. Vanderbilt is finding some momentum at the exact time in the season that they want to be finding it, especially the guy with ice in his veins, as Andrew said last night. That's Braden Holcomb. He's faced so much adversity this season, in and out of the lineup. Joining me now is someone who had a say in the hiring of head coach Mark Byington, and that is athletic director Candace Story-Lee. Candace, I loved what you said when you introduced Mark Byington as head coach. The word fit is often used as a throwaway word, but you used it very intentionally. Why is Byington the right fit for Vanderbilt? Abdul Carter, this guy rolls into Indianapolis, 21 years old, a pass rusher phenomenon from Penn State. Everyone's talking about this guy this week. They were moving pretty sluggish in that loss, and that's exactly how they played against Ole Miss. So tonight means they need to gain momentum, they need to gain confidence. Yards on the ground. The Broncos completed just over 200 yards. Kubiak called plays for the Vikings last season, so he was used to the role, but not the case for Nathaniel Hackett, who's trying to find, well, his new rhythm. He was just filled with emotion, saying it was a full circle moment to be back in the game. Your experience speaks for itself, but what is it going to take to finish off this season? Chargers are playoff bound, locked into the 5 seed with the Ravens loss today. Keenan Allen, he finds the end zone first for a 14-yard touchdown. Chargers up 7-0. I know coaches have to face friends, mentors, in this case, son of a mentor, and I know it doesn't matter once the game starts, but when does it matter that you're playing someone that you care about?
Garrett Cole, Staten, they'll be out. Some big holes to fill in the roster. But if you're on the roster, what will you bring mentally and physically?
Yeah, I always bring the good vibes. I always make someone laugh. I always be, a breath of fresh air.
People look at you, they think, oh my goodness, like NFL coach, he has it all. But what do they not see?
The frantic mother that still tries to manage everything.
Brad Roberts always finds the gap. You can't talk Air Force football this season without mentioning him.
Yeah.
Where do you even begin?
I begin by saying I feel sorry for the guy.
I know you don't want to give him too many tips because you guys still do have to play each other, but if you could instill one thing in Nathaniel's brain that you wish someone told you as a first-time head coach, what would that be?
Most important thing is be yourself.
When you were Uber driving and substitute teaching, how much did those jobs show you about yourself?
It's sort of life.
In light of senior night, I had to catch up with 4-year senior Jonathan Vastine, and I asked him why he came back senior year instead of pursuing professional baseball, and without hesitation, he said a Vanderbilt degree goes a long way. You guys have been here a while, so I'm sure you've seen many special moments like this one, but I was talking to Coach Corbin about the standing up against cancer when they were at Ole Miss, and he said it's one of those moments in the season that really unites your team. Raheem Morris took the podium today at the Combine, and he emphasized the need for a pass rusher this season. He says that's going to be their area of focus this draft class, but understandably so. If you look at the Falcons last season, they were second to last in sacks. I'll tell you what, this is a whole new team I see down here tonight. I mean, the first 2 games of the series, you could tell nerves were still in the dugout, but tonight those nerves are gone. And not only that, it's a storybook ending of a win because it has been pouring rain nonstop tonight. I know you guys are in your warm booth, but I tell you what, it has come down harder and harder, and our manager said that has really impacted the grip of the bat and the ball.